Everyone thinks Tigris is in the new Hunger Games book, but she's not. Spoiler warning for Sunrise on the Reaping. The character in question is Cat Ear Lady. I'm gonna be calling her Cat Ears. So there's a lot of speculation that this character is Tigris, and I wondered that too when I first read it, but she's not. In Mockingjay, Tigris doesn't even have cat ears. She could have had them at some point and had them removed, sure, but she's described by Katniss as, the skin has been pulled back tightly and tattooed with black and gold stripes. The nose has been flattened until it barely exists. I've seen cat whiskers on people in the Capitol before, but none so long. There's nothing about her ears. And Suzanne Collins also pretty much said it's not Tigris. In a Q&A she did for the Barnes & Noble edition of the book, the interviewer asked, are Snow and Clerk Carmine the only two people we see in Ballad, Sunrise, and the trilogy? And Suzanne responded, yes. I think it comes down to Snow and Clerk Carmine. A handful of Snow's classmates might still be around by the trilogy, but they're not named characters. It's not Tigris. Based on Cat Ear's behavior alone, she just does not seem like Tigris. We see her in the interviews, mazily roast her a little bit, and then Haymitch has some fun with her. He's saying, oh, he's a special kind of trouble, and like, some of you in the audience know what I mean, right? He directly speaks to Cat Ears like she's one of those people who gets it, and she covers her face in gleeful embarrassment. We don't know exactly when Tigris was a games stylist. Katniss just says in the earliest Hunger Games she can remember, she remembers seeing Tigris. By the 50th Games, Tigris would be 61 years old. I think it's very likely that she would already be a stylist at this point. And there's nothing about Cat Ears being a stylist. Yes, she's in the front row at the interview, but Haymitch doesn't say anything about the stylist being in the front row at the second Court of Well. Haymitch seems to think Cat Ears is a sponsor. He wonders if the gift of food he got in the arena is from her. And the second time she interacts with Haymitch is at his after party when he's literally in a locked gold bird cage. Cat Ears dangles a shrimp in front of Haymitch and he eats it out of her hand, and then she poses for a photo in front of him. I don't see Tigris doing that. She was very against the game. She saw the tributes as human beings. Sure, people change over the years and she could be really into the games at this point in her life maybe, but 25 years later she's a full-on rebel and wants Snow dead. I don't think she'd be acting like this. Tigris wasn't the only person with whiskers Katniss had seen. People dye their skin green. Maybe Tigris even set the trend for cat ears. I can do a whole big deep dive about Tigris, so if you're interested in that, please let me know. I know Suzanne is super intentional with everything she puts in these books, so it makes sense that we read cat ears and think, oh my god, it's an Easter egg for Tigris. But there's more stuff about cats in the games. I mean, first of all, Katniss and then Buttercup. Buttercup is like a mirror to Katniss throughout the story. I can't get into it right now, but since Cat Ears is never alluded to being a stylist or acting in any anti-games way, I just don't think we're meant to think it's Tigris. Do you think Cat Ears is Tigris? Do you think she's someone else? Do you think she symbolizes something more? Please let me know in the comments.